baby eatin', railroad beatin', balloon boy, pukin' in a morning interview meetin'. How's that for a greetin'? What's up, YouTubians of the YouTube Nation? You saw my intro a couple of seconds ago. It had a couple snippets of some stories that I've seen lately in the news. And this is kind of the reason why I don't watch the news. Because the news is messed up. I mean, people blame video games and TV and movies for the violence that goes on in schools or anywhere else. But you know what? If you watch the news, there's more violence on the news than there is in some video games. So first off, I'll touch on one of the stories. I'll touch on all of them, but I'll first start off with this story about a mother in Texas who decided to eat her baby. Now, we've all heard a metaphorical statement of it, you know, if you don't do this, I'm going to eat your babies. Yeah. Or, fat bastard, get in my belly. I want to eat the baby. Well, this isn't metaphorical. This is real. The mother actually ate her baby. She started it off, I believe it was either its fingers or toes, and she took a chunk out of its skull and started to eat its brain. The baby was really young. I don't remember how old, and it's just disgusting to think about this. I really, really wish she wouldn't have had the kid to begin with. And number two, I really, really wish she would have either sought professional help or just disappeared from the planet. Because apparently, when I was reading the story, it was said that she told authorities that it was the voices in her head that were telling her to eat her baby. Now, I really, really, really wish she A, didn't have the kid, and B, if she had the kid and the voices were starting to tell her to do things, she just would have disappeared, because it would have saved us the problems of having to hear about this story and never forgetting it. Some people are just screwed up. Anyways, talking about screwed up people, on to the next story. I live here in the Chicago area, okay? And obviously we didn't get the 2016 Olympics. I can blame Oprah for that. I'm sure we all can. Anyways, there was a beating with a railroad tie that was videotaped not more than about 3 weeks ago. And NX2 Override actually covered this slightly in actually covered most of it in his story, in one of his videos that he did a few weeks back. And it's just really screwed up why somebody would do that. Hey, first, you're videotaping it. That's number two. And three, I guess there were law enforcement in the area and they were afraid to go and look. You have guns. They have a railroad tie. That's a no-brainer. How much... I just don't get it. What is with people? It's just stupidity. I don't know why they were doing it to begin with. Apparently this student was a quote-unquote honor roll. He was an amazing student, like the news puts on every person. It was gang-related from what I read. I could be wrong, but there are many sources that said it was gang-related. Apparently he did something that angered somebody. Now, that doesn't give you the right to go around beating people with railroad ties. I don't care. The point being is this. That's just messed up. And the second thing that really bothers me is that cops won't even dare go near it because they're afraid. I mean, come on, man. You have firearms. They have a railroad tie. All you gotta do is click, boom, you're done. I mean, you're not gonna get busted because you shot somebody who's running at you with a railroad tie. And if it's 5-on-1, just load a clip full of rubber bullets. Not hard. Anyways, moving on to the most recent story. Boy. Speaking of boy and balloon. We've all heard of this story. The big hoax that happened about a week ago, the balloon boy, yeah, that's pathetic. I'm sorry. To get national attention because you're a attention whore, should I say, the entire friggin' family, that's just wrong. To manipulate your child like that, that's wrong. To make them kind of lie to everybody, I mean, apparently they knew what they were doing. And I guess they knew that there wasn't anybody in this balloon. Now, if it was my kid, now I don't have kids, but if it was my kid, I'd look around the house first before I called the authorities and tell them my kid flew away in a friggin' balloon. I don't know, that's just me. I could be wrong, but that's what most normal people do. However, apparently, during the interview, I think the night of, the 6-year-old, and most 6-year-olds don't really lie. They kind of like tell the truth most of the time. And I guess he came out and said it was for the show. And his dad was like, oh. Apparently, that meant, oh shit. And I usually don't curse in my videos, but that's pretty much what it meant. The next day, sheriffs, I guess, investigated this and said it was a huge hoax. That's what it was. Huge hoax. Huge hoax. Just a bunch of attention whore people wanting more attention. Please. Then I read somewhere that it was a producer's scheme, production, I don't know, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's just pathetic how people are. And when you watch the news, you think to yourself, man, there's some really effed up people in this world. To do stuff, A, eat your baby, 2, beat somebody else with a railroad, and 3, manipulate your child so that you can get national attention? Oh, come on, you people are screwed up. Well, before I go, I am going to tell you exactly how I feel, but in song. So, this next clip will be a few seconds of a song that will pretty much sum up what I think of some of these people.
People equal shit. People equal shit. What you gotta do? People equal shit. I'm not afraid of you. People equal shit. Everything you'll never be. People equal shit.
So, with all of that said, unless you're the type of person who's doing the honky-tonk in the back of a barn while looking on your stolen laptop about recipes on how to make chilled brain of some young boy, I don't have a problem with you. However, if you're doing those things, you and I, we got issues, because I sure as hell don't want any part of you. As I say at the end of every one of my videos, stay safe online and in the real world. And man, there are some really effed up people. There's just no doubt.
People equal shit.